The Riddle of Hermes, proposed by Pascal Beverly Randolph. This riddle was propounded by Dr. Randolph and published by him in 1871, and a prize of $5,000 in golden double eagles was offered for its solution. He stated that the answer could be found in 5 of his books, designating the names and pages as follows. We further declare that the true answer is already on the first 2 pages of the Divine Pymander, 4/5 of it on pages 95 and 6, and the rest on page 33 of Love and Its Hidden History, 4/5 of it on pages 116 through 18 of Master Passion, all of it on pages 138 and 9 and 201 through 4 of After Death, and 4/5 of it on pages 31 and 34 through 35 of the Rosicrucian Book of Dreams, if people can find them out. There is no record that any correct solution was ever offered. The Riddle of Hermes, proposed by Pascal Beverly Randolph. My joints are 4. They compose my whole body and contain my entire soul, and all other souls were non-entities without one of my joints. I have 15 limbs and could not exist were one lopped off, and by that one I am at once the supreme bliss of heaven and the most poignant anguish of hell. Angels bless me, and devils bitterly curse and revile me, the one as the summum bonum, the other as the king of curses. And what is still more strange, men are divided by millions about me, as a thing of dread, as a thing of joy, and as the thing to be desired and avoided. Virtuous millions would avoid me. Virtuous millions shrink in unutterable horror from me. Without my first joint, very few things, even deity, would exist. In fact, nothing could. And yet thousands of things are without me. I fill all space, yet occupy no room, albeit there is not a moment nor an inch without I am there. Utter me, and lo, all the activity and labor worth of worlds are straightway marshaled before the seeing soul. And out thereof teeming civilizations have sprung, and when I am gone, empires topple into vastly graves. But breathe into my nostrils once again, and forthwith all is changed. Thus I am the bringer of 297 sorts of joy. Yet strange, whomsoever pursues me well triumphs, and whomsoever pursues me well comes to grief and defeat and pangs unutterable. My second joint is the foundation, crown, and sides of all that is. Without it, God is not, the universe a dream, man a shadow, eternity a fantasy, time a nonentity, experience falsehood, and destiny a figment. I am all men, but all men are not me. I am the soul of mathematics, the spirit of history, the loftiest flight of genius, and the lowest note in music. I am in a tree, the crowning of a cock, and under the tongue of a flame. I am the spirit of a fire, and the skeleton in the closet of kings. My third element points to the one above all others worshipped by mankind in all ages since the reign of the Terticus. Everybody sees that one, that I, and yet no one ever saw me, though I have often been felt and still never was smelled or tasted. Hundreds will vouch to having touched me, yet I am invisibility's self, although animals and men leave the path when I approach, for they behold me afar off. I, even ye who read this riddle of Hermes, have known and loved, hated, blamed, and caressed me thrice, within 8 four-risings and settings of the sun. And I am an enigma, wholly insoluble, yet easily solved. My first is what people seldom care for till a crisis comes, and choice is next in order. My first 2 joints are what would surprise us to find mankind either blonde, ruddy, or black, and yet all white people are me, but I am not all white people. Fasten these joints to my last one, and you behold the master key and mainspring of every genuine civilization, in men or states. My all is what I, Melchizedek, Hermes Trismegistus, declare to be the elixir of life, the philosopher's stone, the water of perpetual youth, and what all philosophers who come after me will proclaim as the diamond of diamonds, because when and where I am, murder cannot be. Dissect my body, and lo, 3 of my limbs embody the strangest and most pleasant fiction of poesy, which all refined people are familiar with, yet no one ever beheld, yet which thousands have plainly, clearly seen. 3 of my limbs symbolize the necessity of all intelligent things beneath the stars. 3 more, what wrongdoers undergo, and also what many do who meddle with that I just have named. Take other 3 of my limbs, and thou beholdest the cause of enormous power, wealth, and fame, in which yet there is the reason of sorrow, weakness, poverty, disgrace, and dismay, but without which no fair road of life and human experience can be traveled, and yet which life is best traveled without. Again, other 3 are what no genuine men ever do, but which is daily done by thousands who are not false or shams. Other 3 marshaled before my second joint is the only one thing needful, because therein only can the deepest joy be found, especially by females, actors, children, and generally such as try to make things balance and offset each other in the experience of lives, not less than 3 and 50 years in duration. When my last joint prevails, the times are unjointed. Wars follow, carnage reddens earth's fair fields, love dies out, hatred reigns, discord rules, and myriad of ills affect the world, and chaos comes again. And yet when I do prevail, war ends, discord ceases, love reigns, concord rules, peace comes to man, and the glad age of golden thought and silver purity begins.